Hello Periscope land. Hello Marriage for Real followers. Good to see you guys on tonight. I know that it is a little late and really past our time to broadcast, but hey, Natural Divas, but we wanted to do a really quick check-in for you guys. So we're gonna give you a couple minutes because it's not gonna be long. Hey Miss Tika, Miss Lutsu. Hey Bethy, how are you? We win. Hey ladies, how are you doing tonight? Miss Lolita, hi, how are you? Good to see you. The young baller, good to see you on this evening. Hello. Miss Molita, did you check your inbox? Hello RD Will, how are you this evening? Did you check your inbox? I'm so excited for those of you who requested the vision plan for your marriage. It is in your inbox. Woo! I'm telling you guys, this thing is awesome. It is so awesome. We went back and tweaked and retweaked and tweaked, and we'll probably do some more tweaking, but I mean, I wish we had something like this when we first started out. So I'm so glad. No, I just sent it maybe 10 minutes ago, so check your inbox. We're very curious to get your feedback on it. Hi, Miss Crystal and Janae. I didn't get anything. Miss Tika, did you request it? I didn't see your name in the request, but I will send it out. I don't think I even have your email. I don't think so. Okay, great. Thank you. You're so welcome. Hey guys. So real quick, do we have any new followers on here tonight? On last what was it? On Monday. Hey Yaya. Whoop whoop. How you doing this evening? Do we have any new followers? I'm not quite sure because I want to make you're new. Well, welcome. On the beginning of the week, my husband and I, we did hello. Hi RD Will, welcome. We're so grateful that you chose to tune in to Marriage for Real. I am Toy. I am one half of Marriage for Real, but hey Chris. But I guess if you see me, you see Brother D. Because we are one flesh. But early in the week, we did a thing on what is the vision for your marriage. And we really felt like, going into your marriage, you really should have a plan. You really should have a goal. Most financial companies do it. Most people do it, for their lives, for their personal lives. But do you do one for your marriage? So we compiled a list of things that we thought were important for couples to kind of discuss, put it together, and you guys, it is awesome. So what we ask that you do is that you send a request to marriageforeal, FOREAL @gmail.com, and we're gonna send that right over to you at no cost. Thank you, Miss T. No, marriageforeal @gmail.com. I know sometimes it's a little tricky, because we do have a .com, but y'all know this thing moving so fast. We haven't had an opportunity to get everything up and running, but we're trying to catch up. So, how is everyone on this evening? Hi, JT Stevenson. For those who are new, I kind of want to give you a little bit of insight to who we are. Again, we are Marriage for Real. My husband Dwayne and I have been doing this now, I think, for on Periscope for a month and a half, I think it has been. And it has been blessing us, and I really hope that it's been blessing you all. We've been married for 20 years. And we have 4 children. Hi, Miss Wendy. How are you? Oh my God, someone pronounced my name perfectly right. Is this? Yes. So yes, follow on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Katch, YouTube. We on Pinterest, Instagram. Hi, Wendy, straight out of 1913. How are you? So yes, this is a place where you can come and you can get real marriage advice. We are not counselors. We are not life coaches, but we have been through enough. Yes, young baller, we are putting our 10,000 to flight. We have been enough for you, for me, and for the whole neighborhood that we can discuss and kind of give you some real insight on what you should do or what we think, what our opinion is. So very glad to see you guys on tonight. I'm going to see if I can holler for my husband, for those of you who are new, to see if he'll run down real quick. So y'all cover your ears real quick, okay? Dwayne! And then here comes the dog. So So we win. So we win. I don't know if you requested the marriage template, but please request the marriage template. We would love to send it to you. Yeah, he's upstairs. I know, extra loud, right? I'm so sorry, but he's way upstairs, and I need him to come down. So for our new followers, I just requested. Awesome. Send in. Give us some. Let us know a little bit about yourselves. We're always curious to know who our new followers are, because we love. We have a Shih Tzu Pomeranian mix. She's a Shiranian, but in real talk and marriage for real, here comes the mister with his, young Bala. She is a Shiranian, but she's a mutt, but we love her. marriageforeal@gmail.com. Yes, hey, thank you, Miss Lolita. Thank you so much. So I was telling them that we sent over, for those who requested, the vision plan, and how excited we are about it.
Oh, yeah.
You said, there he go. Yes, there he is. And we have some new followers on tonight, so that's why I called you down, because we wanted you to see who we are.
Yes.
We're just, as my husband always says, we're Brother D and Sister Toy from down the street.
Up the block.
From up
that's
the block.
Who we are.
Yeah, you can share, talk, and we love this community that of followers that have just come together. Because for those who've been here for a while, you guys, thank you.
Thank you so much, Tila.
We come from a real place.
Yes.
We know that marriage isn't always flowery and birds chirping all the time. Sometimes you can't downright stand each other, let alone realize why you got married. Yeah. Hey, crazy Larry. It ain't Crazy Larry, but it's Crazy and then Larry Morrow. Yes. So thank you so much for joining us on tonight. Real quick, we're going to do 2 questions so that, and then we're going to hop off. Has anybody got any questions? Thank you for sharing, Yambala.
Thanks for sharing.
Out here in Periscope land, because I just want to really show our new followers who we are. You can always catch our videos on Katch.
See, you all caught me off guard because this wasn't my night. This is her night.
This is our night, baby. It's Tuesday.
I thought Wednesday was our night.
Tuesday is our night.
Tuesday's our night. I worked last night.
We're in Chicago. Hi, Kitty Cat. How are you?
Yes, I'm not going on a lot of sleep, so excuse me. Tonight's our night. Tonight's our night.
Yes.
Wow. See,
Smarty Bob.
I lose a day when I work nights, so y'all gotta forgive me.
What is one thing that keeps you close? One thing that probably keeps us close, from my opinion.
From the jugular. That's the one thing that keeps us straight for the jugular. With that question, what's the one thing that keeps us close? Good.
One thing I think that keeps us close is our family. Our vision for our family keeps us close.
Yeah, it does.
Proximity. That's one thing. But yes, our vision for our family, what we wanted to create. We came into our marriage. We had some really bad spots. I know the Nicholas Sisters Chicago, they are a gospel group. Oh, okay, awesome. We had some really tough spots in our marriage. And so I think the thing has kept us together in close proximity is those things.
Yeah, I would agree.
And then the decision that we're not quitting. Like, there's no B plan. Like, if we're gonna be in this forever, then we might as well make the most out of it.
I'd agree.
Yep. So
aside from our vision, the second, we all have best with, yes, they do make us stronger.
Yeah, they do. But sometimes, right, about people don't make it through the bad spots. And that's what we always say. If you could just make it through that part of your marriage, if you make it through that season, trust that it will get better. It will get better. I know that there are a lot of couples.
I was about to say something.
I'm sorry. Well, say it. Say it.
She called me down here.
Say it.
I was about to answer the second part to that.
Okay, go ahead.
As far as the thing that keeps us close, I think second to that would be our love for the Lord.
Yep.
Our biggest thing is we have to trust that. I have to trust that where she ends, her love for God extends.
Yes.
And vice versa. I end at a certain place, and that's the limitation of my mortality. That's the limitation of me at D. Okay, and I have to know that where she ends, her love for the Lord, her wanting to please Him, live an upright life, be righteous in His eyes, will carry her further than her love for me ever could.
Yes,
and vice versa.
Absolutely.
So, Yeah.
Well, that was good. That was good, babe. Good point. Good point.
You just stepping all over me.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
It's 10 o'clock.
She called me down here and she's gonna step all over me, y'all.
I am not stepping all over him.
Y'all get her amped up.
Yes, y'all do. I get so excited about our community.
She called me like she was my mama. You know when she calls me like that, I know y'all heard the cackle when she called me down here. Okay, that's how my mom. Y'all remember from back in the day when we used to be out in the street playing. Okay, and I'm 2 or 3 blocks away, and it's dinner time, and my mom used to yell out the front door, "Dwight!" I have PTSD from that till this day, and she knows that. Okay, so when she called me like that, I actually jumped from my spot as if my mom called me, and I actually got up and came down here. Okay, so you're wrong for that.
I'm so sorry,
but she knows that. She knows that.
I'm saying, babe. Should I say, babe?
Oh my gosh. Anyway, go ahead.
Yes, you're right. We have a thing here at Marriage for Real, and what we say is we are the team. We are the team. There are no other coaches but God.
Yes.
There are no other people sitting on the bench. There's no assistant coaches. There's nobody else calling the shots but us. And we take our lead from the Lord. And so we are the team. There is no outside influence who has a say-so in our marriage. So yes, we completely agree with you in that response.
Who has and when she means say-so, she means that can directly alter the course that we have laid out for ourselves. Because just like any married couple, we have our mentor couples. Yes. Those that we have tried to emulate, that we've seen have successful marriages. Okay, that we know their walk and we know that their journey, and they have poured into us. It's the same village mentality that we practice with our kids.
Yes,
was actually adopted by what was poured into us as a very young married couple. Mm-hmm. We had some very strong, much longer in the tooth couples that kind of took us under their wing and be like, "No, baby, that's not how you do a man. No, dude, that's not how you do your girl. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? No, your thought process is off there, D." You know what I mean? And so that's very important.
So hopefully it was your parents. It wasn't mine.
It was mine. Mm-hmm. It was my parents. Mm-hmm. It was my parents. It was aunts and uncles. It was they were the primary example. My parents were. Mm-hmm. And because I was in that household, I saw their imperfections firsthand. You know what I mean? And they were always very transparent with us, their children, with their shortcomings.
Yes.
Which kind of is how we're able to come before you guys now with all of our junk, with all of our stuff. If you guys get if you all get the vision planner, you can see the new logo, the banner that we created, and it was created intentionally.
Yes.
You'll see visual clues as to who we are and what we represent. That is not always pretty and shiny. And this is marriage for real. Yep. This is the real stuff. That the pretty people, well, we ain't ugly, but the pretty people ain't really gonna tell you.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna send it to you, Miss Tika. Miss Tika, I don't think I have your email address. You're gonna have to send me your email address
and phone number.
Yes, so I can send it over to you. Yes, and phone number.
Phone number. We want to talk to you.
We're gonna put Miss Tika on the team, y'all, because she helps us out.
And Chris, yes,
they help us out quite a bit, and so we're very, very grateful on tonight. Anything else, babe? So yes, go back, request the vision plan at marriageforeal@gmail.com.
Yes.
Thank you, Miss Wendy.
Absolutely. I'm so excited we got new followers.
Yes.
Man, you guys are like, that was worth coming downstairs for. Okay, because brother was about to get in the zone.
Yeah, this life is real. It's not a practice, it's a one and only chance. And that's very true. And that's what we have to realize, that it's life, and life will happen. And sometimes it doesn't always happen like you expect it to happen. Sometimes there's some curveballs that are thrown that you're going to have to learn how to pray through, cry through, rejoice through,
argue through.
And
on that argue note, the last Periscope that we had, we want to encourage you guys to learn how to have healthy arguments.
Yes.
Okay? Healthy arguments. Because there was one person who said she didn't want to laugh through.
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
That she didn't want to bring up a concern of hers to her spouse for fear of an argument. That should be the least of your fears in your marriage. If you're arguing the right way, if you're disagreeing the right way. Now, granted, we don't want to mess up dinner and mess up 57 times. Okay, you understand? We don't want to do that. But for the sake of my marriage, I'll miss a meal. I'll miss a couple of 57s as long as we get this thing hashed out and worked through.
Oh, well, thank you.
Y'all. Thank you all so much.
Well, congratulations on your 10 years. I think,
10 years. That's significant.
In 10 years, we were in one phase of recovery mode.
Yes.
And so, you know what? Marriage...
57.
One thing that we kind of discussed, yes, 57. 57. One thing, for those who don't know what 57 is, 57 is, what 57 is a sex. So, yeah, so we won't say, well, not we won't say it, we did say it before. Not Bill, but what's 57? that's 57.
57 is touching and agreeing. It's that physical communication.
It's what?
That's a code word that was created to circumvent the word around the kids.
Yeah, and somebody did, and we didn't come up with it. It's funny that somebody else, one of our followers, came up with it, and we just thought it was hilarious.
Right.
And so, sorry guys, we took it and ran with it. So 57.
That had me almost in tears when I heard it. 57.
Yes.
I love it. I just like the way it rolls off the tongue. 57. You can even say it sexy, can't you? 57.
Oh my goodness, are y'all praying for Brother D? Are y'all praying? So yes, there are definitely some times where it's not always flowery, but you guys, I'm sorry, I kicked the table. There are some awesome times, and if you can get through the tough times, I will promise you will look back and say it was all worth it. Yeah. We can look at it now and say in the 20 years we've had some ups and downs. We've had infidelity in our marriage. We've had bankruptcy in our marriage. We've had repos in our marriage. We've had some strong disagreements. Yes, we have some very strong disagreements. Yes. But at this time, 20, I could tell his heart is in the right place. Absolutely. At this time, 20 years in, we can say it was so worth it. Like, I would not have wanted to go through what we've been through with anybody else.
There's a for those of you all just joining in, I'm currently a professional comic book artist and animator, and there's this book called The Hero's Journey.
Yes.
And The Hero's Journey is for writers that basically teach how to properly write out a plot and a story in traditional methods. But there's a thought process in The Hero's Journey when creating your villain, and I'm getting to a point. Bear with me.
I'll tell you.
Where the hero is defined by the villain or the circumstance he overcomes. And with that being said, you can have a great marriage if you're willing to overcome the circumstance and the situation that you find yourself in, if it's not a good one. Okay? That will elevate and catapult your marriage to the highest heights. I believe that we are currently where we are in our marriage because of the tragedies we overcame together. It strengthens a bond. It creates a glue. It creates, yes, I do. It creates a glue and cements your relationship. Yeah, I know, right? That was cool, right? You saw that, Dustin. Raising Dion was so cool. But it creates a cement and a bond in your relationship that it's hard for other things to break. Have them follow me on Kapow School in Honor Studios, here on Periscope and online. If he loves comics, I'm his guy. But anyway, when you overcome those things, it's amazing. It's amazing. We don't want to endure those things, and oftentimes we avoid them, and we suppress them. But suppression is not the key, folks. It is not the key. Certain things in your relationship you just have to tackle. You just have to tackle, and you got to put your big boy pants on and your granny drawers on, woman, and just hunker down and just deal with it, because your marriage is worth it. It's worth it. It is. It's not worth pussyfooting and tiptoeing around issues, because those issues become big things, and big things ultimately become deal breakers.
Yes, absolutely.
And then you end up walking away. Yet you suppress this the entire time during your relationship. You're right, Sister Lolita. You can't bury your head in the sand.
You can't.
It doesn't make it go away.
You can't. And I think someone said, what is the time period for our turnaround? And someone made a great comment and said that it wasn't about the time, because it is different for everybody.
Yes.
But what I can tell you, what made the difference and what initiated the turnaround was having a level of transparency.
Yes.
In our marriage, and walking in a level of truth and love that was not apparent early on in our marriage. Because sometimes when you first get married, you still kind of feeling your way. You're still trying to dodge those landmines. You still try not to have those uncomfortable conversations. You still trying to, you're in such a pleasing mode.
Just want to keep the peace.
Yeah, yes.
It's Honor Studios, I'm sorry, and Kapow, the Comic Art Academy. Okay? Dustin, if you can put that up for them so she can finish, I'd appreciate it, Dustin. Because I know you follow me everywhere. Thank you. I appreciate Dustin, yeah, Young Baller, put that on the screen. Honor Studios and Kapow School.
Unity will give you the W. Absolutely.
Yes, it will.
So yes, and so when we learn to walk in that level of truth and honesty and transparency,
yes,
and decided and made a choice that we are the team,
yes,
and that there is no B plan, the turnaround came.
Yeah.
But going in, you may think that ahead of time, but ain't nothing hit you yet. And so there were some situations that came that we had to make that decision that we were going to dig our heels in and we were going to win. Yes. And so, yes, it came about, overall, just that spirit of unity that we had to walk in.
Yes.
And don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of the hard conversations.
Yes.
Earlier we put our representative out. That's not the real you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
You put out the drone. I call that person the drone. Okay, that avatar. You know what I mean, that you kind of create to represent all the things you want to be and all the things you want them to see. The problem is, just like the term denotes, it's an avatar. It's not an accurate representation of what really is going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And a lot of times we avoid revealing our true selves. This is why we tell those of you who are aspiring for marriage, those of you who are in long-term relationships, there's a vetting out process, mm-hmm. Of the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with. Do your due diligence. Yes. You understand? Do not ignore the yellow flags. Yes. Yellow flags are synonymous with danger. Yes. By the time you see the red flag, you're already stepping on the landmine. Yes. It's too late. Yes. Okay? But oftentimes in a relationship, we ignore and dodge and avoid all those bright neon yellow flags. Okay? Thank you, Dustin. Kapow School and Honor Studios. Absolutely. We avoid all those things, and then when it blows up in our face, we're looking like, what happened? You know what I mean? But also, when it comes to the recovery time, it's different for everyone. Mm-hmm. Actually, I think we did pretty good, all things considered, because when we endured our mess, we were both very intentional and deliberate on healing. Yeah. And we didn't want to stay in the drudgery too long. Yes. Okay? We weren't willing, mind you, to push anything aside, but we really did tackle it full steam ahead. Okay? And it was hot and heavy, y'all. It was hot and heavy. We were like, we're going to get through this. We're going to get it all out right here, right now, and so we can move forward.
Have you ever heard that term, fail fast?
Yeah.
That's what we decided to do. We decided to fail fast. Yep, we messed up. We blew it. Let's move. Let's move forward. Let's go through the healing process. Let's not, yellow flag will lead to a red flag on the play if you're not careful. Absolutely. Right. Absolutely. We decided to fail fast. Let's get through it. Let's do the work that we needed to do.
And it was hard.
To heal. It wasn't easy, mind you. It was not easy. It took a lot. It took all of God.
It was emotionally draining. It was equally, if not more so, physically draining. Yes. We're talking about the tears, the sleepless nights. Brother had the shakes. Sister couldn't keep still at time. I mean, it was just like, it was traumatizing. You understand? It was traumatizing. But throughout it all, we knew there was no quit.
Yep.
There was no quit. It's almost like just enduring this withdrawal symptom. We got to ride this out because there's going to be healing at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like but God, absolutely, praise God.
Absolutely.
Nothing but God. You know, like we would tell any addict that's going through withdrawal, if you just ride it out.
Trust the process.
It hurts.
Yes.
Like childbirth. Yeah, it hurts. Ride it out. Just ride it out. Because at the end is a reward that's worth having.
It is. And you can go back and check some of our early videos on YouTube and on Katch. Because what we realized later on is that what was at stake was our legacy. What were we leaving behind for our children? What was the reason that the Lord put us together? What was this all about? Yes, pray for Penny.
Yes.
What was our mission? Why were we together? And we learned that together we are powerful.
Yes.
That the power that's in the unity that we display together is
10K.
almost an unstoppable force. It's putting our 10,000 to flight.
10K.
But that fight, how do you keep the communication there? That's the problem I have with my husband.
I'm talking on that tomorrow. Okay.
Yes, God math.
Yes, God math. I'm talking actually on the communication piece tomorrow. Tomorrow's my Periscope broadcast at between 8:30 and 9 o'clock, where it's me and my ugly mug. And we're going to be, Run Nuri had a question on communicating. This is a brother who's being very transparent and says communication is his problem. Mm-hmm. And that's most men, you know, that's most of us. So I'm going to be dealing with that. Sister Toll will be more than happy to jump in and give her amens and nays. But we will be talking about the communication piece tomorrow. It's very
absolutely.
important.
Absolutely. So you guys, finishing up, if you have not requested your vision plan for your marriage, send an email to marriageforeal@gmail.com. Man's the king, women must serve the man. Oh, Rocco.
Okay. You're one more comment from being blocked. Stuff like that, because you're going to cause a whole bunch of stuff. Okay?
I do. And even on that note, I don't know if you were trolling, but my husband, I do honor him as the head of our house. So yes, that's the way that God set things up.
Yes.
And I strive daily for submission.
But you have to prove yourself a head worthy to lead.
Yep.
And that's one thing we as men have to do. You just don't get to claim the title arbitrarily and not live up to it. Mm-hmm. There's a level of accountability. Okay. We're talking about men here. We ain't talking boys. Okay. Because this whole Periscope thing ain't for boys. Mm-hmm. All right. We're talking about men and women here, grown folks, having grown folks conversation. If you want to be the head, then you have to take all the responsibility that entails.
Yep, that's true.
Do you understand? And that's a whole lot of responsibility. See, everybody can't be ahead of the pack. Okay, and you're talking to. I can still consider myself an athlete, but I was a former professional athlete. Everybody can't be the head man. Okay, because when you get all the praise, you don't get all the blame too. You understand? You have to be worthy to lead. Mm-hmm. You have to prove yourself fit to be a head. Yes. Just like the word says, a help meet for him. Guess what? He is supposed to love her as Christ loved the church. And that's a whole lot of love. That's a whole lot of responsibility. That's a whole lot of taking care of. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because he loved the church so much that he died for it. Do you understand? That he endured all them stripes, all them whips, all that persecution, all that crucifixion. Yeah, but we quit. We want to claim headship, but we don't want to take that load. We don't want to bear that cross in order to claim headship. Okay? So don't get me started. But I'm sorry, y'all. I just want to keep it real. There's a balanced perspective because I think some people get it twisted. I've had some brothers that think that you're less than a man if you give your wife her voice, if you allow her voice. But I know that her voice is meant to support my voice. Mm-hmm. So why would I not want her voice? Mm-hmm. Do you understand? Her voice adds depth to my voice. Mm-hmm. Her voice echoes my voice. Mm-hmm. Okay? And what do we know about an echo? An echo carries. Mm-hmm. Do you understand? When my voice ends, she will echo it so that it carries even further. You follow me? So how would I not want her to have her voice?
Absolutely.
All right? But with that being said, brother ain't no punk. Just because I let my wife have her voice, because I encourage her voice, that doesn't make me any less of a man. All right? That makes me a wise man. Mm-hmm. Okay? Because guess what? I've messed up. And I own that. And guess what? Had I listened to her voice, sometimes I probably would have messed up a little bit less. Okay? Because, like, what do we always say? You're your own worst critic. The worst vantage point you have is of yourself.
Yes.
Okay, period. That first person perspective is often skewed and distorted.
Yes.
You understand? And so I know that her view of me is a view that is meant to carry me further.
Yes.
Okay, her view of me is a view that's meant to elevate me and us in the process. So, praise God.
Thank you, honey bunny, for that. I know that it's a very difficult thing sometimes for women to grasp a part of that, letting him be the head, and I hate the word "let."
Yeah.
Because you just can't let somebody be who they are. They are just who they are. God called him to be the head. I'm not letting him be the head. That's who God called him to be.
Yes.
And so with that being said, I honor him in his place. And you know what? That wasn't something that came easy for me, because I'm a very headstrong person, and like most women are. And if we feel like that ain't what we want to do, we're gonna buck. And so it was a process. It ain't something that we can say that was overnight. But it's still a process. I'm still learning, even after 20 years, on how to get that thing right. But we're working on it. That's the thing. We never talk as if we're on the mountaintop all the time. We got some valley days too, where we're still working on some things. And that's when we developed the vision plan for it's a journey. Absolutely.
Yes, right.
When we developed the business plan for
you go, Mystica. It's a process, girl.
For marriage, we really wanted to put things in there that we knew that we had a struggle with at first, and some of the questions that we wished that we would have asked each other ahead of time. And yes, sometimes for you guys, how do you feel about interracial marriage? Oh, we have no problem with it.
None.
At all. My brother has a white wife, and they got chocolate babies. No problem with that at all. You love who you love. And I'm backing that up.
We believe, we'll just put it out there. We believe in marriage for real as the Bible defines marriage for real. And so we'll just leave it at that.
Yes.
And as long as it's between a man and a woman, and God has christened it thusly, we are all about it.
Absolutely.
That's it.
That's our stance. I kind of was saying that, like, I didn't want to, like, somehow I was reneging on what I was saying.
I kind of figured that, Dustin. You got a lot of chocolate swagger in your verbiage.
Wow. So yes, no problem at all. Hardest part about marriage. Woo!
Yeah, I don't know. We got time for all that one.
That's one word. It was unity.
Yeah, that was it. Unity.
Unity. Walking in unity was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
That we had to deal with, because everything is anti-unity. Everything that you come in contact,
everything is independence.
Everything's independence, and so unity was one of the biggest things that we had to really work on. We have I think a scope on that on YouTube. You got mail. And it's not the 4 seasons of marriage. It is what is the hardest fight in marriage? It's actually a 2-part series, part 1 and part 2. So go to YouTube. It is on there.
Yes.
You want to finish up?
That's all I got. Listen, we want you.
I know, right? I was saying YouTube and email at the same time. Dustin, don't call me out.
Like I said, I apologize. I lost a day in working at night, so I will try to make it up. You all see that 7 right there? That's our thing here at Marriage for Real. If we've heard something that has blessed you, that you benefited from today, 7 is God's number of completion, of agreement. Sister Bruce got it. Miss Tika got it. Yes, Dustin got it. And our thing is putting 10,000 to flight. Yep. God math. 1 should put 1,000 to flight. 2 should put 10K to flight.
Yes.
And here at Marriage for Real, our goal is to put our 10,000 to flight and empower you to put your 10,000 to flight.
Absolutely.
Amen. And so we love you guys. If you receive it, yes, let them 7s, get them hearts. We love you. I love you, Dustin. I love you, Mystica. I love all our new followers. Thank you so much for chiming in on tonight.
10,000 to flight.
Send your emails to marriageforreal@gmail.com. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. We there.
Yep.
Okay? Miss Tika got it on the screen.
And on the arm couple, I did get you guys' email. We did get your email, and I'm
Yes.
going to reply.
Yes.
I am. So I'm so sorry that I didn't get back with you today. It's been a very long day, but we
answer everything.
We answer every email.
Yes, we do. Okay? We love you guys. God bless you. We pray for you daily.
Yes.
As you all know, that's not a cliche. That's a real thing.
Yes.
We're praying for your success in your marriage and relationships. All right. Praise God. Thank you all so much. We love you. You can watch the replay if you're just joining in. Up for 24 hours. And did you catch this one?
I did catch it. And for our replay viewers, remember, as you're replaying this, you can tap the screen and still give us hearts
on the replay.
So thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Good night. We love you guys.
God bless. Put your 10,000 to flight, folks.
Bye-bye.
Peace.
Stop.